everybody, this is a True Nerd here, and we are looking at the Casio Personal Mini. This was one of the first affordable personal calculators that came on the market back. Well, this particular one is a CM606, so it was made a few years after the original one, which sold for 10,000 yen, which is about $100. This particular one, yes, it's 1975. The original ones used about half a watt of power. They did improve the technology later on, to consume less power. This one uses about 0.18 watts, so about 60 milliamps, give or take a few. Right? I'm sure that when the gates are powered on, that it takes more, and when it's off, it takes less. But it takes two AA batteries. It's a fairly, it has a good visibility. The buttons feel good. This one is not a perfect specimen. You can see a little bit of aging on the plastic. You can see a little bit of pinkish discoloration on the keys. But ultimately, it's a pretty nice little unit. Let's turn her on. Okay, so here we are. We're looking at the front face. You can see that that's what a zero looks like. They use, I don't know whether they did that to save power, right? Because you miss out on two segments, or if they did that to, I don't know. I have no idea, but it does distinguish it from the other numbers. So let's take a look here. You get to see my fat hands at work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, one thing that should be noted about these calculators, they only have 6 digits. Internally, it's only 6 digits as well. That was a cost-saving measure. That was how you got these things so cheap. I mean, $100 sounds like a lot, but at the time, a calculator would run you $300-400. So, or in Japan it'd be a month's wage, a student's wage for a month. So, anyways, you can see the numbers go across there. There is a decimal point. You have all your basic functions. I'm going to go clear like that. That will clear your entry. Whatever you've entered in, that will clear it. Let's go 1/7. You can see it kind of taking its time to calculate. It kind of shoves the numbers around in the buffer. And if you want to see, for example, this is only, including the 0, there are only 5 actual digits. So I can press this and I can see the full register. Right? Obviously 1/7 is much longer. It's I believe it's well, obviously it's a repeating decimal, but it's not just 1.142857. But there we go. That's the Casio Personal Mini from 1975. What else is there? Let's try a very common routine, which is 1/9. Now, if a modern calculator, a good one, when you multiply that by 9, we should come back to 1. But that is very common for cheap calculators or older calculators to only. Let's just see what it should be 9. Oh, no, I guess that's the full register. So it doesn't carry that over and it doesn't push it to 1. There's no rounding going on, nothing like that. Let's clear that. Oh, AC. There is no square root function. There is no percentage function. Those two are very common on personal calculators, maybe a little bit later. But this, for most things, I mean, 6 digits. I mean, let's say I'm calculating in feet and inches, right? So even 100 feet, right? Let's say I want to go 100 feet times 12. Well, that's 1,200 inches, and that'd be or let's say 1,200, and I have an extra 1/4 inch. It's still, ooh, that's weird. Let me see. What did I do here? Oh no, okay, I must have entered in something bizarre. I wasn't following what I was doing. But that would be perfectly fine. That would be, that'd be a large building, 100 feet on one side. So, I mean, for most things, this is, with 6 digits, this is a perfectly valid calculator. This would work for everything. I mean, I don't have, or if, I guess maybe if you were trying to calculate money in your bank account, I guess, and it's quite common to have, well, for the most part, quite common to have over 10,000 bucks. So as long as you're not counting over by the penny, you can go 9999.99. I wonder, let's just see here. Let's say I go 5555.25. Okay, plus let's go 6251.36. Okay, so it does show 11,806.6. Let's see, does it show the, oh, okay, so it will show more digits. That I did not know. Okay, so I have taken the liberty of opening this bad boy here. Now, it's not meant to be taken apart, these things here on the, well, on your on the right hand side here, they are just like steel. They are not meant to be bent that many times. So I'm kind of concerned. But I mean, there's not a lot to it. I'm not going to take this side off. There's nothing worth looking at because that would be the membranes there, probably little rubber things for the buttons. Now, oh, this will be the transformer more than likely for the tube, right? Because these tubes, they require. Here, let's see if I can get this going again. Let's go like this. Come on, you. You can do it. You can do it. Let's see. Okay, let's turn her on. Nice. So this is a lot different from the original way they had it set up when they first made these. I've seen pictures of them, and they had actually separate tubes all the way along here. Each of those was a separate tube. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the end of the tube. That's where the, I see. And there's a power input here. I don't see a converter, so that must be, okay, I think, see these SIP packages here. That's interesting. Those might be resistor networks, I'm guessing. And this is obviously our little LSI chip. That's what gives the unit its functionality. So let's see here. Yeah, I would say this may be either some kind of amplifier or they are resistor networks, which would make sense for current limiting on this, I believe, because I have done some work with VFDs before. And so what do we got here? We got a few electrolytic caps. They look to be unpuffed. Rubicons, 25 volt, 3.3 microfarads. Interesting. But we have some ceramic caps. We have obviously our little friends here, the electrolytics. And I don't know, there's some goop on there. I don't know what that's from. I mean, there shouldn't really be a lot of goop or anything on these things. Obviously it's a single-sided board, right? So you have the jumpers there. They're not bodged, but they are jumpered. Well, that's interesting. I will take a few photos and I will post them on my site as well. If anybody cares to see this a little bit more, little bit more, a little closer, a little bit macro-y. And anyways, this has been a True Nerd. You guys have a good day or night, whatever it happens to be, and remember to keep on doing things. Good night.